Imagine you're on a road trip, your electric car's battery is low, and instead of waiting for a charge, you swap out the battery in less time than it takes to grab a coffee. Sound too good to be true? Stick around. In today's deep dive, we're exploring a game changer in the electric vehicle world: battery swapping. Is it the future or just a passing fad? Let's rev up our engines and find out. Electric vehicles, or EVs, have ignited a paradigm shift in mobility. Once just an eco-friendly alternative, they're now at the forefront of vehicular innovation. Their benefits, such as zero tailpipe emissions, reduced greenhouse gas contribution, and fewer noise pollutants, position them as champions of environmental change. Yet, even as they redefine road trips, city commutes, and our carbon footprint, EVs grapple with the challenge of charging durations. Imagine not waiting for your phone to charge, but merely swapping out its battery for an instantly full one. This concept, brought to the automotive world by startups like Ampol, is not just a vision anymore. With technology advancements, swapping an exhausted car battery for a fully charged one in the same time it takes to brew your morning coffee is becoming a reality. The question looming large is, why isn't every driveway and parking lot buzzing with battery swap stations? For many industry experts and transportation enthusiasts, battery swapping isn't merely a concept. It's the very embodiment of a forward-thinking automotive paradigm. Think about the transformative potential for sectors where time equates to revenue. Urban taxi fleets. In bustling cities where taxis are continually on the move, the need for quick turnarounds is imperative. Battery swapping can dramatically reduce downtime, ensuring that drivers can maximize their earnings while offering uninterrupted services to city dwellers. Public transit systems. For city buses operating on fixed schedules, prolonged charging intervals can throw off timetables and disrupt public services. Here, battery swapping could seamlessly integrate into routine stops, ensuring buses stick to their timetables and serve citizens without delay. Logistics and delivery. In an age where next day or even same-day deliveries are becoming the norm, logistics companies can ill afford lengthy charging breaks. Battery swapping can supercharge this sector, ensuring packages reach their destinations promptly, bolstering both profitability and customer satisfaction. While commercial sectors might sing praises, personal vehicle owners and some big-name automakers harbor reservations. Their concerns aren't unfounded. Infrastructure investment. Car manufacturers have invested not just money, but also years of research and development into crafting and perfecting their charging ecosystems. Abandoning or even sharing this space with battery swapping technology might seem like discarding years of commitment. Quality concerns. For many, their vehicle is a prized possession. The idea of swapping a battery, the heart of an EV, with a previously used one stirs anxieties. Will it last as long? Has it been maintained adequately? These questions plague many potential adopters of the technology. After all, no one wants to inherit another's problems. Battery degradation. It's an undeniable truth that all batteries, regardless of their prowess, degrade. They lose charge capacity, necessitating more frequent charges or swaps over time. For the discerning customer, the unpredictability of a swapped battery life can be a major deterrent. Tesla, often seen as the poster child of EV innovation, ventured into the battery swapping domain in 2013. Amidst the picturesque landscapes of California, a beacon of hope for swappable technology emerged. Yet, it was not to be a lasting affair. Despite the potential for a game-changing shift, the initiative dimmed and eventually disappeared. Elon Musk pointed to a tepid response from the Tesla community. This begs the question, if pioneers like Tesla, with their penchant for groundbreaking innovations, took a step back, what does it mean for the broader adoption of battery swapping? Is this the end of an era, or just a chapter awaiting a revival? The world of EV charging is anything but stagnant. DC fast chargers, also dubbed the sprinters of the charging world, are front and center of this evolution. Here's an imagery for you. You pull into a charging station, plug in your EV, and by the time you've enjoyed a coffee and caught up on the latest episode of your favorite series, your car is nearly good to go. A sprint indeed. The US, a major proponent of EVs, boasts thousands of these DC fast charging stations. With aggressive goals, this number is set to surge in the coming years, bridging the gap between traditional gas stations and EV charging points. Advancements aren't stopping. Engineers are continuously working to push the envelope, aiming to make fast charging even, faster. Preliminary reports suggest that we might soon see chargers that can juice up an EV to 80% in under 15 minutes. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. While DC fast chargers are undeniably impressive, they come with their own set of challenges. Setting up these charging behemoths doesn't come cheap. Their initial installation, maintenance, and operation require significant financial outlays. For businesses considering hosting these chargers, the return on investment might take a while. These chargers are aptly named fast for a reason, but this speed comes at the cost of consuming vast amounts of energy in a short period. This constrained power grids, especially during peak times, potentially leading to energy crises if not managed correctly. Yet, the EV conundrum isn't confined to the Western world. Developing nations, with their unique challenges, bring a different lens to this discourse. In regions where rolling out vast electric grids and accommodating mammoth charging stations might seem like a Herculean task, battery swapping's minimalist infrastructure offers a beacon of hope. Battery swapping stations, with their smaller footprints, are easier to establish even in areas with space constraints or less developed infrastructure. For nations on tighter budgets, the comparatively lower setup and operational costs of battery swapping stations can make them a more viable choice. In this ever-shifting landscape of EV charging, what's clear is that a one-size-fits-all solution might be a misnomer. As the world navigates its electric dreams, both charging paradigms, traditional and battery swapping, will likely find their niche and continue to coexist. As we cast our gaze towards 2040, envision a world where the gentle hum of electric motors drowns out the roars of combustion engines. EVs won't merely be additions to our traffic, they will define it. Forecasts suggest a paradigm shift with electric vehicles positioned not as alternatives, but mainstream choices. The question looms: how do we maintain an uninterrupted power supply to this vast fleet without long waits and hiccups? In a twist of fate, the very magnates who once reveled in the glory of fossil fuels are now turning their attention and vast resources to electric mobility. It's an era where old alliances are reevaluated, and the lines between traditional fuel and electric energy start to blur. These heavyweights are pouring billions into EV infrastructure, not merely out of a sense of environmental responsibility, but recognizing the undeniable economic opportunities the EV sector promises. Research, charging infrastructures, and battery technologies all have seen a surge in investments. The shift is symbolic. It underscores a move from the finite, polluting resources of yesteryears to the sustainable, clean energies of tomorrow. The narrative is changing, from the intoxicating allure of black gold to the promise of a green renaissance. This transition isn't just about the vehicles or the fuels. It's emblematic of a more significant metamorphosis, a world waking up to the pressing urgencies of climate change and ecological balance. As corporations, consumers, and regulators find common ground in their pursuit of a sustainable future, the roadmap for the next 2 decades becomes increasingly clearer: electrify, innovate, and sustain. Battery swapping is the talk of many automotive forums. Its utility in bustling urban clusters, or as the backbone of commercial fleet operations, remains a heated debate. However, in the ever-evolving automotive narrative, today's reservations might be tomorrow's breakthroughs. While the road for battery swapping is still unfolding, dismissing its potential might be a premature call. Thanks for riding shotgun with us on this electrifying journey. Remember, at Ignition Life, we're always in the fast lane, exploring the latest and greatest in automotive wonders. Until next time, keep those engines revving.